All right, this is from Dawg Pound Daily. 3 big storylines for Week 7 against the Ravens. 3, can the Browns contain Lamar Jackson? They did a decent job in 2 games last year. Number 2, can Jacoby Brissett get on track? That's going to be huge because you can be sure the Ravens are going to try to make Jacoby Brissett beat them. And number 1, can the Browns establish the run game? Those are 3. Those 3 will decide who wins this football game without question.
Yeah, number 3, the answer is I don't know if the Browns can contain or limit Lamar Jackson. Like you said, they did do a decent job of it last year. They turned him over 4 times in one game. The other game, they actually got him out of the game, got pressure to him and he hurt his ankle. But as we've seen, this isn't last year's defense, so only time will tell. I'd say one huge key to limiting Lamar Jackson is taking away the middle of the field. He excels there throwing the ball. He has a really good connection with Mark Andrews. So I would say if you can try to funnel everything and make him beat you outside the numbers, it gives you a much better chance. And as far as Jacoby getting on track, I think that's really dependent on the first question, which would be getting the run game going. Everything kind of runs through that. With Brissett, though, I would say if you get him a couple easy completions early on, I don't like after that first interception in the New England game, it just really never felt like he was all the way back. Like, he kind of played skittish out there. And that's not what we've seen through the first 5 games. So it kind of runs off each other. If they can get the run game going, get Brissett some easy passes, I think this offense will be okay.
It's kind of interesting. The Mark Andrews, you have a couple of guys that are built to defend him. The one that I'm really curious about is Martin Emerson. He is physical enough that I wouldn't I'd at least see what happens. Put him up against the tight end. He likes being physical. That would seem to me to make sense.
Yeah, he has the physicality. He has the length. He's definitely feisty enough. And the Ravens almost play in your hand in that regard because with Andrews, he isn't a typical inline tight end. They'll move him around. They'll put him in a bunch formation where he's already out wide, which, kind of makes it to where a defensive back has to pick him up. And if you had to pick a Browns defender to do that, I'd pick Martin Emerson.
Yeah, and the other option you have is JOK. That's a guy that can run, and I don't know that he's quite quick enough, although maybe. Those are your 2 options. But, Andrews, he showed up in both those games in critical moments last year.
He shows up in every game. If you watch a Ravens game, man, Mark Andrews, he's a beast. And him and Lamar have a really good connection, and he's basically an extension of the run game, how easy they can get the ball to him. He's physical. It's demoralizing. He's huge, and he always seems to be open down the field. And in the big situations, Lamar's going to look to him, so there has to be an extra emphasis on keeping him as covered as possible. You're not going to stop that connection, but if you can break it up a few times, it could go a long way.
Casey, I don't know about you. I until I see this Browns defense play better, I just can't say I think they're going to, Can they play better? Yeah, we need to see it, though. I'm concerned about this one. I think this one's going to be tough.
Especially with all what we're hearing in all these press conferences, kind of people painting narratives that other people aren't doing the work they need to be doing. And, it's just more division. And that's not what this team needs. This team needs to come together. They need to be all for one. And it's heading into this week, though, this is going to be a big moment for them because this is a division game. This is an opponent you know really well. Your coordinators know them really well. They're going to try to put you in the best possible positions, but are they up to the challenge? And like you said, I have to see it before I can start to believe it.